I get the feeling that people think that I am not doing enough with my life. I'm not good enough. I'm not, maybe not good enough, but I get the sense that people think that I don't know, not doing enough. Wasting my life, wasting my time. Because, I don't have a job. I never really have had a proper one. I am not really creating much. It's just like, what the fuck am I doing with my time? But so since I came out of school, I've been feeling this way. And as time goes on, I feel it more and more because, I get older and older, and there's more pressure from the environment, from the social and cultural environment, to become somebody and to do something. There's more and more pressure as you become older to have more responsibility or whatever, and to do more things, to get out there more and whatever. But the thing is that I have never had time until I've got out of school, to be alone with myself and to figure shit out on my own. And that's all I've ever wanted in my life, because I was thrust upon school, as is everybody in the Western world, in this culture, and you get told shit, you get told to do things, and there's always been an intuition within me, as I'm sure is in probably everyone, that says, this is wrong, this is not my life. I am being force-fed beliefs to view reality. And the thing is that most people get so trapped in it. Most people fall for it. Most people are so habituated into it. We forget our true nature. We forget who we are, what we are. We become the beliefs and perspectives that have been thrusted upon us, and we forget who we actually truly are. This blank slate of consciousness before anything is thrown onto us, right? And so, the end of 2017, school finished for me, and it's now the end of 2021. So it's been about 4 years. Four years of me, quote unquote, doing nothing. So here's the thing, right? What has been happening is I've been battling, so to speak, my mind. I've been coming face to face with all the bullshit that I've been fed into believing. Now, the other thing is that I'm not great at socializing. I'm not great with people. I'm afraid of embarrassment and humiliation. I'm afraid of rejection. These are common things, really, but I suppose I am not in the sort of average range of fear of rejection and humiliation. I'm more in it, so to speak. Like the average person can find it a lot easier to socialize, to just get over that hump. Me, it's a lot harder. So that's the other thing, I don't know where I was going with that, but so what I'm trying to say is that after school finished, I was like, finally, I've got some fucking free time now to be with myself and to figure out what the fuck is going on here and to figure out who I actually am, what I want to do. It's very important to be alone. Very important. Also very important to be with other people, but I've been with other people throughout school, which has been 14 years of my life. It's very important to be alone, and for a while, to get as much of it as possible in this Western world anyway, in this culture and society, because in this culture, in this society, we're brainwashed into believing that we have to be doing a lot of shit and that we have to be spending time with a lot of people and all this kind of stuff. Achieving. We've got to be achieving. We've got to be succeeding. But achievement and success are relative. They have no inherent existence. But anyway, so, and this is what I feel, because I've obviously been contaminated with the cultures and society's values. And so I understand that being alone can cause a lot of guilt within you. And yeah, because and a lot of fear. Because basically we attach our sense of self, we attach ourselves onto how do I say this? We attach an identity. No. Who we think we are is dependent upon people, the society, the culture, the news, the media. So who we think we are, the identity that we cling to is dependent upon so much shit. And so when you spend time alone, away, and you turn off your social media, you stop watching the news, you stop hanging out with people, you stop going places. Basically, like the extreme example would be you're meditating in a cave. If you do that, like immediately, like no kind of like transition, you go from like living in this society as this, and your sense of identity is dependent upon, you know, people and society and culture and all their values and perspectives. If you go from that immediately to meditating in a cave for years on end, then initially there's going to be so much fear, confusion, and like that's going to be fucked up, you know, because you won't know who the fuck you are. You won't know what the fuck reality is. You've been playing this game of earning money or getting into a relationship or getting fame, you know, recognition, success, achievement in whatever. And you've been attaching your sense of identity to these things, to the clothes that you wear, the beliefs that you have, the social group that you're in, all these things you're attaching a sense of self to. And you think that that is you, right? That's what like, all these things you think are you. You don't, there's no separation between it. It's like, I am, like, whatever the clothes that I wear, I am that. Like, if I'm wearing like fucking punk clothes, it's like I am a punk. Or if it's like I'm wearing gangster clothes, it's like I am a gangster, or whatever it is, you know. And so if you go fucking immediately into a cave, into fucking meditating in a cave, all those identities are going to be stripped away, because there's no, you're not doing any of that anymore. And so over time, you're not going to be able to identify with any of these things, because you're not partaking in these things, right? You're not wearing the clothes, you're not with people strengthening your beliefs and perspectives. You're not watching the news and on social media strengthening the shit that is being fed to you on that. It's just you, and all your sense of self is going to be stripped away, and there's only going to be consciousness, there's only going to be aliveness, there's only going to be sensation. And so, to come back to my initial point, this is what I'm trying to say, is that it's not that I've been doing nothing for the last 4 years. I've been fucking searching my psyche, getting into psychology and philosophy, which inevitably leads into spirituality, which inevitably leads into experiential insight into the nature of sensate experience. Which inevitably leads into the seeing through of all philosophies and all concepts and all ideas as being empty of any inherent existence. Right? Everything's dependent on everything else. Success and achievement is dependent upon the object, like upon, you know, it's all relative. One person thinks achievement is getting enough water for the day. Another person thinks achievement is fucking earning 6 figures a year or a month or a day, fucking whatever it is. It's different. It's in the eyes of the beholder. But the thing is that everyone is being programmed into operating in the same way. And so there's not a whole lot of individuality. It's a very much hive mind thing, where it is a lot of it is not in the eye of the beholder. A lot of it is everyone is perceiving the same way. I mean, of course, you can never know, can you? You only know yourself. And so one person's idea of success is probably very similar to another person's idea of success, because we've been programmed and conditioned the same way. So it's this very conflicting two minds that I experience. The one is the programmed, conditioned mind of like, I am not doing enough, I'm not fucking succeeding or achieving, I'm not spending my time wisely, I'm slacking off, I'm being lazy. But the other side of my mind is saying like, I'm on a path. I'm trying to fucking investigate my sensate reality. I'm trying to investigate the sensations that make up my world, and I'm trying to find unconditional happiness. I'm trying to find a truth that exists that is not dependent on anything else, an absolute truth. And it's tricky. It's tricky. These two conflicting minds. Because you see this other, the mind that's like, I'm gonna go on this fucking spiritual pursuit and become enlightened and meditate and fucking investigate my reality. See, you can't really talk about that with anyone. I mean, yeah, there are some people, but especially for me, with having difficulty with socializing in that, it's a lot harder to speak out about these things, and it just is generally because it's a very taboo subject in this Western world, because we're very much focused on achievement and success and doing. And I mean, now, like, things are coming in, like fucking headspace meditation and, you know, like yoga and spirituality, but at the moment it's very superficial, and you'd probably still get laughed at if you were talking about enlightenment as an actual thing that you were pursuing and knew that you could get. And so, you know, if I came out of school and went straight into getting a job and, you know, worked 9 to 5, 5 days a week, and then, you know, got drunk on the weekend to have some fun, if I did this for like the rest of my life and only had a few holidays off, you know, there would be no time for me to actually live properly, to live my life. I don't want a fucking job where I'm working for someone else. I mean, the time may come where I have to because I need the fucking money. But fuck, man. It's a last resort because I don't. And I do need money, and I'm just trying to find out ways of getting money without, working for myself, doing things, creating things for myself that I think people will like as well, and get value out of it. I don't know what the future will hold, but all I can say is I don't want to waste my time living somebody else's life, living somebody else's lie, contributing to the bullshit and the wastefulness of life. It's wasteful. It's wasteful to be born and to have this precious gift called life and to just waste it on work that you hate doing. And I think some people even trick themselves into believing that they do love their work. Like, oh no, I'm doing something that I actually love. But do you? Are you still working for somebody? Like, are you still caught up in success, caught up in somebody else's idea of success and achievement? Like, do you actually want that? Do you truly love what you're doing? Or is it just another aspect of, oh, I'm doing what I love and earning money for it, therefore I am successful? Is it just another thing about success and achievement that you've been brainwashed into believing? Because I know that, I like doing filmmaking, but I know that if I would say, like, got into the film industry and whatever, I know that I wouldn't particularly like that because I'd be working for other people. And I don't know. I don't fucking know. Anyway, that's me. Thanks for watching.